To start our ab day, go ahead and take a seat on the ab coaster. Have a little bit of weight on there, as well as attach a band if you want to make it more difficult for yourself. The reason why we're sitting on the ab coaster is because the origin and insertion of the rectus abdominis is from the xiphoid process to the pubic symphysis. This activates the rectus a little bit more than if you were kneeling on the machine itself and excludes the psoas muscles. Our next exercise, we're going to go ahead and take the ab wheel. Go ahead and tuck your pelvis under, start with your shoulders tucked and down, and reach out to each side as you can, like the letter Y. Do this several times and make sure your low back does not arch during this movement. We do not want too much extension, rather flexion in the lumbar spine and rectus abdominis. To perform a banded cable high to low chop, take the band and cable in your outside arm and go ahead and reinforce with your inside hand. As you're standing on your toes, you'll notice that you're driving a lot of effort through the outside arm. This is going to be more of a golf replication exercise. As you notice, my head turns towards my hands for the second part, and we want to make sure we are rotating our spine as a driving force in this exercise. The next exercise I made up is called the lumberjack. Go ahead and take that band and cable and hold it in your top and outside arm. You're going to go ahead and drive that outer elbow down towards the ground as you're trying to flex your trunk as much as you can. You're going to use a little bit of a rotation in this exercise as well, which is actually much more beneficial than going purely lateral itself. To become better at baseball and hitting the ball farther, go ahead and grab the band and cable in that outside arm, reinforce it with the inside arm, take that step, and lead through that outer arm there as well. The farther you press away from your body, the more effort you're going to be generating, as well as the more force and torque. Now we want to be effort putting through the legs just as much as through the spine, core, torso, and arms. The other variant of this exercise is by locking your legs in position. So you're not necessarily driving through the hips, you're actually locking your hips in position, so you're doing more upper body exercise for this movement. This exercise is now called home runners because we want to hit a home run. So the farther you reach up and out away from your body, same mechanics as the baseball, you're just going to be reaching up and out a little bit farther, which creates a little bit more torque in the body and a little bit more effort in the abs and the obliques. For the follow-through of a golf swing, you're going to go ahead and take that band and cable at a lower position, start right in the middle of your body, and go ahead and reach away from midline. You're going to be holding this exercise in the outer arm and reinforcing with the inner one as you do this movement. With this exercise, you're going to watch my head follow my hands rather than staying landlocked with the ground. Hey guys, Dr. Juris here again today. Now that we've trained our abs pretty well, we're going to go ahead and treat ourselves with the Rip Tool Axis. A couple ways you can do it. The easiest two ways is sitting, standing, and laying down on your back. Sitting up, you're going to be taking that tool about a 30-degree angle, gliding into the tissues. Go ahead and extend your belly so you get the superficial tissues. You might actually notice your abs contract a little bit there too. We don't want too much of that because it can hurt a little bit more. You can go ahead and flex down and get underneath the ribs a little bit. Feels really interesting when you start doing this to yourself, and then you're like, wow, that's quite tight. That needs to be worked on. So when you find areas underneath the rib cage like this, you're going to notice that your diaphragm, it hurts to breathe a little bit in there, so that's okay. We want to still scoop at those areas. Go ahead and lean side to side, working on the obliques, working on the twisting. Go ahead and twist both directions, really work on those areas, whether you twist towards and away. Different spiral lines in the body, you're going to want to hit on those. Go ahead and lay on your back, take the tool, same flat edge, drag it into the skin, finding the bumps and grits and working a little bit more time on those regions. You can twist your body even some more. Taking that other arm, stretching as much skin as you can. You can work on up into the ribs again, even into the lat as you go on up. You can also go between the ribs here too. So if you have any rotation issues in the thoracic spine, all those restrictions within the intercosti areas, you're going to work on those too. So it doesn't hurt very bad. I think you'll rather enjoy it. If you'd like to try these treatments out, check me out at Neo5 Fitness. Give me a call, give me a text. Happy to help.